continuing with our systems approach to jiu-jitsu, for submissions, then there are 4 steps that we need to accomplish. We need to isolate a limb. So if in the case of a leg lock, that's going to be a leg. I need to create a point of leverage. So you can see I'm isolating the leg here. I'm creating a point of leverage under the ankle. I need some sort of braking mechanic, which is usually rotation, extension, or compression for various locks, and sometimes it's a combination of those. So my braking mechanic here is going to be a little bit of rotation, but mostly extension through the ankle that I'm breaking. The 4th step is going to be opposing forces. So you can see my hips will drive forward and my lat will pinch the toes back here in case of the ankle lock. Okay. You'll see it clearly here. Here's my leverage point. The leg is isolated. My braking mechanic is extending, and my opposing forces are the push of my hips and the pull of my elbow. This is true for any submission hold. The arm locks are the same. Obviously, I've isolated the arm. My leverage point, we all know arm bars don't work if my butt is out by his shoulder. Or sorry, if it's out by his elbow. If my butt is up under his shoulder, that's a much better leverage point. So isolation, leverage, shoulder. My braking mechanic is extending his arm, and the opposing forces are obviously pulling down on the hand and lifting up at my hips. For strangles, this is also true. I've isolated his head, clearly. My leverage point is to get under his chin. So that's my point of leverage where I can start to fold his head. It doesn't work nearly as well if he tucks his chin, and I'm trying to get to his throat here. Okay? So I've isolated the head, I've created a leverage point. My braking mechanic or finishing mechanic is obviously going to be compression for strangles. So isolated, leverage, compression is the finishing mechanic, and the opposing forces are the pull back through the throat and the closing of my ear on his ear.